What's going on, world? It's your boy D.HOP. Once again, Moments with D.HOP, and I'm here with my guy, K. Parker, aka Fish.
My G.
Brooklyn's own.
My G. How you, baby?
The big homie.
How you, baby?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing really good with you here, man.
Pleasure being here with you, brother.
No doubt.
It's a big pleasure.
Yo, we're gonna get into some things today, man. Like I said, this is Moments with D.HOP. We're gonna dive into it. The big homie, as you can see, you know what I'm saying? Those words are not just, taken lightly. A lot of people say them, it got saturated over the years, but this guy right here is gonna explain what it is and what it means to be the big homie. We be right back. Yes, sir, we are back. Like I said, Moments with D.HOP with my guy, Fish, aka K. Parker, the big homie. We gonna get into his business, not the messy type, business life. First, we gonna start with, basically the demographics, who you are, where you from, and
Yeah, I'm from K. Parker, Big Fish, the big homie, whatever you want to call it. But, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised Brooklyn, New York, Franklin Avenue. I'm from the 70s and the 80s and 90s era. So if y'all know about them times there, you know what it was. But that's my era where I came up at. That was my whole influence.
Nice. So let's get into this. Let's go back a little bit. Coming up in Brooklyn, born and raised, like you said, what was it like in that 70s? Like for the people, for some people, not me, I was there, but for some people, they just have these ideas of Brooklyn, right? You go to a party anywhere in the world, where Brooklyn at? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You was there. Tell the people what was some of the obstacles, if you will, or just like the
Man, it was the jungle really then. You know what I'm saying? Back then, everything was just, it was pure, but at the same time, it was reckless, pure reckless. That's a good word for it. It was pure reckless, but it was original. You know what I'm saying? Everything was, it was just the whole atmosphere, the feeling. People on the outside looked at it like the jungle,
right? But
we on the inside looked at it as home. You know what I'm saying? Everything that went on there, it was like, we was born to that. We was used to that, the robbings, the killings, the blackout, the 70s blackout. I was a little young then, but the blackout, my brothers was older, they would come in, it was just, everything was, it was so raw, you miss it, but you don't miss it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it was a part of my roots.
Right, I was gonna say that, so that's like your foundation.
Yeah, and I look back now, and look at the foundation as being like reckless, like wow, this was our foundation. But as an adult now, but that was the foundation, and I would never take it back for nothing. For nothing. You know what I'm saying?
So coming up in the house, right? So you said older brother.
Yeah.
You got how many siblings you had? Where you land at?
I'm the baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm the baby. I had one sister, 5 brothers in the crib. Had another brother down south. Another brother down south, 2 brothers down south, 5 in the crib, and the moms and pop. I was fortunate, mother and father. Father working father, mother was a house mom, great. You know what I'm saying? I had that. I had Christmas. So we had Thanksgiving. We had a house of love. Nice. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't the richest, we wasn't poor. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the things.
We had a lot of love.
That's one of the things too. I'm glad you said that because I believe a lot of us, blacks, when we're looked at from others, we say like boys in the hood, a father, he thought he made it right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to have that, coming up and having both parents in the home, versus the stereotype of single parent, you know what I'm saying, just reckless, running the streets.
I had a lot of single parent friends, so I know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
So what for you? What you think was some of the differences, or what do you think really, having both parents in the house instilled in you?
It gave me balance. It gave me a sense of having this tough side with my pops, that tough discipline side, that soft nurturing side of moms. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it all built me to, you know, who I became today. At the time, I didn't really appreciate it at that time, to be honest. I didn't even appreciate it. You know, it's mother and father. I see a lot of my friends, they had this single mother. We didn't look at all this stuff. Right. Some parents was on drugs, some of my friends, you know, they was all my friends, but you know, I would seek certain things. You know, Thanksgivings and all the friends would come to my house. You know, my moms in the field, they come play my toys. Right. You know, they come to, we would have so much toys and pinball machines in our basement, so we was like kind of fortunate, but you know, still in the hood, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I kind of got a grips of it, you know, pretty early to how it was to appreciate my moms and my pops, you know what I'm saying, at an early age, and look back and like, damn, I was blessed, you know what I'm saying?
Dope.
You know, I was blessed.
So let's move forward. Youngin, you went to high school in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I went to Prospect Heights. Prospect Heights. Yeah, you know.
What was that? Tell the people a little story. What defines your, when you look back now, right? What defines your, see, we live here. We live here.
You know, we keep it authentic. Phone's still on.
So, you went to Prospect Heights.
Yeah.
Heard about it. Like LaSalle and all that.
Yeah, South Western Moms.
So, through your high school years, can you give us one moment that defined, like, yo, in high school, this was like that one moment, that 1 or 2 moments, like, yo, that defined my high school years?
What defined my, it's so many, let me see, what really, and we have so, I have so many of them, but I just one that always gonna stick with me.
Right.
First day of school, come back, everybody coming to high school from IS through 20 with junior high. So, you know, see one of my homies, we walking, first day of school, yo, I ain't see you. You know, he stopped going, me. You know how people in our time didn't stop coming to school. Right. They just drop out, you know, you don't see a nigga, they ain't from your hood, he was standing in the bush. I'm from Franklin, but that was my man. So I seen him on high school, first day of high school. Me and him walking and talking. I was walking with my, he said, oh, I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he had an altercation last year in ISP 20. You know, somebody had took his jewelry from him.
Okay.
So we was walking, I was like, yo, man, everything good. We just talking. We didn't see since the whole summer, you know, since summer break or whatever. Me and him walking and we talking. And it happened so fast, all I heard him say, what, pussy? And he spinned off. And I just seen him pull out a gun and pop, pop. This is the first day of school.
Shit.
I'm shocked, oh shit. So I'm start walking, me and him walking together. I'm like, man, don't nobody come fuck with me about this. Yo, he killed the kid right there. First day of school.
Wow.
First day of school, me and him, I walking, talking, and bodied him right there. You know that? Because the kid robbed him last year. 320, yeah. You seen the kid rob him. You know, so yeah, that was one of my like, whoa, you know, make the papers and everything, and I'm like, whoa, you know, they come questioning me about the situation because me and him were together, you know, it was a bunch of it, but I'm like, whoa, that was my first day of school my first day of high school.
Damn, yeah, that set the tone.
That was my first day of high school.
I'm sure that set the tone for you.
That was it. They can remember that, if I forget what year it was, but so that was my first day of high school to make the paper. Guy killed first day of school.
Wow.
Yeah, so that set a tone for me.
So now that set the tone.
Yeah, that set the tone.
K. Parker, right?
Yeah.
Is that when you start coming into your own as a, you know, because I know most guys, most people, high school is like, that's when you come to yourself. You realize like, okay, this is who I am. This is who I want to be.
You know the illest thing about it? Like, I kind of figured that out junior high. You know, I started changing in public school when I got kicked out in the 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? I started seeing, you know, I didn't know who I wanted to be, but I knew something wasn't right that was getting a hold of me. And I was getting more attracted to what was going on in the streets than what was going on in the school. So I started feeling different. I got kicked out of school, then I went to this bad junior high school, then I went to the, you know, and all that was in the part of the making, of the molding, of me being promiscuous, seeing what's going on out here, you know, getting curious. I left home at 15. I haven't been back home since 15 years old to this day. Back to my mom. God bless they sold mom and powerhouse since 15 years old. So
let's get into that then. Let's get into that. High school, first day of school, you always expressed that. Got kicked out, 5th grade. So now at 15, you on the streets. Not on the streets, in the streets.
In the streets.
Let's rephrase that.
Yeah.
You in the streets. what does a regular day for you look like? And where was you at, mind state wise?
A regular day was going to the corner, getting my pack, going on the block, bringing my homies that I was close with, putting them on to this new thing I created. I feel this was a new way of getting money to move. That was my everyday. You know, at a very young age, you know, I won't mention no names, but they know who they are.
Right.
Two of my homies, I brought them with me and said, yo, we about to do this. I moved a couple of blocks away from my home on Lincoln and Franklin. I'm originally from Park Place in Franklin.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's 3 blocks down, Lincoln and Franklin. And that's what really, you know, but Park Place had a lot to do with my life too. I made the paper 14.
This is what we're here for. We want,
oh man, I got a long one.
This is what we want to do. We want to, like I said, moments with D.HOP,
right,
featuring K Parker, the big homie.
Yeah.
What we like to do is give people these stories and give them a piece of your life,
right.
for inspiration and motivation, so they can see where you came from to where you are now.
Definitely.
So if Park Place is, you know, that
was the start way. That was the start.
Let the people know.
Park Place was the start way, man. I mean, the Panamanians, I was a little younger, you know, I used to have big glasses. They called me glasses. You know, glasses, but the Panamanians, you know what I'm saying? But I was kind of bigger for my age, so they liked me, you know. That was the start, man. I really got caught on with the streets. Like doing it, I was really inspired what was going on. I really became caught out there. I really loved what was going on in the street, and that's when it caught me out there. And I'm like 12, 13, you know what I'm saying? And I used to be in the game room hustling. I used to hold packages for the Panamanians. You know, I used to hold the packages, so I stayed on the block. They hustled on the block. Right. When they run out, I go down to my crib, and you know, that was my beginning. They used to hit me off. You know, 12 years old, getting $200 a week. I'm in the game room.
That's
you know
good
what I'm
money.
saying? I'm in the game room giving everybody quarters to play games, and you know, that same game room was the same place I caught my first charge. Made the second page of the Daily News at 14 years old.
So how did that affect you as a youngin? You get locked up. Did you do time? You did time for it?
It was nothing. That's what made me kept going, because I was a juvenile. My mother came and got me out the same night. I'm like, oh, is this easy?
I'm gonna keep going.
That was it until I ended up in Spofford. Is this easy? I could do this in Milton. I come home. That was it.
So what happened? What changed? Oh, 2 things. What changed when you got to Spofford? I know what changed. Some people may not.
Right.
And at 14, 15, where was you staying at if you wasn't in the house? Where
I had a room on Lincoln and Franklin with my homie. He was an older guy. He had a crib up there. We was hustling out that building. So we would, you know, he had an apartment and I had a room there. You know, he was a guy, a friend of the family, and that's when I was rocking.
So now you move into things. Things get a little deeper for you. You wind up going to Spofford. What was that whole experience like?
It was a different experience, because that was the experience that made me find out what remand meant. I didn't know what remand meant. Every time I go to family court, I'm in court, they shoot whatever, I'm going out. But this time.
So you get to Spofford, what was that experience like?
Oh man, the first day I got in there, man, I was shook. Like, oh shit, I'm in Spofford. You always heard the stories about it as a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a gold tooth with a K on it.
That's old school.
I had a gold tooth with a K on it. And I got in there, the council, they walked me into, you know, the thing. I'll never forget this big dude named Horse. I'll never forget Big Horse. Big Horse, you out there? What up, boy? You out there, you remember? Yo, Big Horse. So I walk in the back and go to the little day room in the council. Once they close the door, Big Horse is snuffing. Boom! Trying to knock my gold front out.
Right off the rip.
Off the gate, ain't say nothing.
Damn.
And that's when they seen what it was about, because I held mine down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He beat me up, but I held it down and he didn't get that gold teeth. Later on, a couple of hours, he came to my joint. Yo, what's up? My name Big Horse. That became my right hand. You know what I'm saying? Big Horse from the Bronx.
That's how it be though. That's
became my right hand. But
that's how it be.
We went at it. He was throwing me around the plane. I was always a little bigger for my age too.
Right.
But Horse was Horse.
He had
you know
he earned that name.
He had that. You know what I'm saying? And I became my man. But yeah, I did like 5 months of Spar Fit, man, and that's when I came out and I felt like, yeah, now I'm feeling I'm a gangster stamp.
Right. You know, it's crazy. I was talking to a guy some time ago, and he was saying, as a youth coming up in Brooklyn, I think he's from Queens.
Right.
He said, if you ain't had that youthful offender bid and you wasn't standing in the street.
Yeah.
You was looked at like either you snitching or you were punk.
Yeah, you know why? You know, it was definitely like, you know, I had a stamp. I came home, I'm smoking cigarettes now. I'm on the block, I'm put on a little bit of weight, eating that good starch.
Right.
You know, and all that did was set me up for the shit that you got me, Rikers Island, up north. It set me up for that, but you know, we live, we learn, and you know, we gotta embrace life for what it is, man.
And that's what we're here for, living and learning.
Yeah, man.
So let's jump, let's jump some.
Right.
Cause we gonna get a part 2, probably part 3.
Yeah. Got a lot to talk about.
We trying to set it up so you can follow him around for a couple of days and really do a nice little small docu on the guy.
Yes.
But
definitely need to make that happen.
So you move forward, right? You get into your adult years.
Right.
You do your bid. You know.
Yeah.
So at what point did you mentally mature? Where it's like, you know what, these streets not it. Because I met you doing music.
Right, definitely.
However,
definitely.
you was doing something else.
Definitely, yeah.
But you know,
yeah, definitely.
Our bond was music.
Yeah, that was Vaughn, definitely. You know what I'm saying? He was a great guy, you know. But man, I mean, really, it was stages I had to go through. You know what I'm saying? I had to go through certain stages. You know, I you know, even right now, I'm still going through stages in life. But you know, doing that, I had to go through stages. You know, because I never felt like I always felt like I never did nothing wrong. I just felt like I was a product of my environment, and with everything that I did, I believed that I was doing right. You know what I'm saying? I did it because I believed this is the right thing at the time. Right. As I started maturing and learning, it was like the age started coming, having certain experiences, and just living life.
Right.
When you, like I said, you live and learn. When you live, there's a lot of things that's going to happen when you live. That's why they say you got to live life before you do anything. Before you know what you want to do, you have to live it.
You have to.
To understand it, you know what I'm saying? You have to, you know, once you get that hands-on with life, and everybody is built differently. Everybody is going to deal with certain things differently. That's why we are, as an individual, that's why we all got one fingerprint. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we may not think the same way. We may see things differently, but that's what makes us different. That's what makes us so unique of being different and still being able to come. But yeah, it was a lot of stuff, man. You know, it took me with age, time, going through things, all that shit maturity. You know what I'm saying? Life experiences.
Heard you.
You know what I'm saying?
So at what point did you say, all right, I'm gonna start, because the music thing, I know you did your thing with the music.
Right.
And then I came home.
Right.
Linked back up. I saw you had the apparel.
Right.
But you always been, in my opinion, you always been an entrepreneur. You always had that entrepreneur spirit, that go get it.
Right.
So at what point did you be like, you know what, I'm gonna take what I learned and just my, you know, my stance and make a stand for the apparel?
Well, I started really when I was on tour with Puff. I learned a lot of stuff rocking out. You know what I'm saying? And just always, you know what I'm saying? I understood a lot of things about branding yourself. What it takes just by observing. I used to move around certain ways, and you know, Puffy's always be kicking it with me talking. You know, we had a good, great relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like a lot of things I just picked up from being around certain different people. You know, I know the streets. They know the business.
Right.
I need to sit around y'all business people and let this rub off on me something. Let me just be quiet and sit over here in the corner and learn some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know I can always take it like a gumbo and put it into I just have to have an understanding. Once I got an understanding, I can kind of figure it out along the way. So, you know, and really, you know, I was looking at clothes and seeing people wear clothes, and I was always stayed fly. You know, from I ain't gonna front, you know.
I can attest to that.
We was all from Franklin Avenue. We had all the boosters. As a kid coming up, my mother bought for my brother was a booster. So, you know, I can show you little 7, 8-year-old kids. We went to cars, polo. That was just normal in Franklin. Anybody that know me from, we was always fly. You know, in Franklin, you know, all the boosters, home of the low, you know, everybody.
Yeah, right.
So I used to, and we always stayed fly. So when I started learning business on certain aspects, I just took it and looked at it in a different way and really said, okay. You know, but I never had dreams of being no designer. It was never even in a thought of mine. You know, it happened one day. I went to a store and I thought I was being overpriced for something. I thought I was being overpriced. I'm like, for this t-shirt? I walked out of there. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna. I'm walking, me and my cousin together. I'm like, man, fuck that. Then I called Raj. Yo, Raj, you got somebody who do t-shirts? Yeah, bitch, I know somebody back, and probably doing this time, this was like 2013 probably. Right. Nigga charged me like, Raj like, I got somebody. Homie charged me probably about $50 t-shirt. Nigga hit me in the head. I said, fucking give me a dozen. Because really, I was really just wearing it for me.
Right. You just
I never got the brand to say, I'm gonna sell this to the people. I said, I'm gonna put something on myself, get a t-shirt and rock my own. And so I was like, what I'm gonna put? So I came up, I was like, what I'm gonna do? You know, I was thinking of a name. Everybody used to call me Big Homie, Big Dog, and you know, they used to, I put Big Homie, put on the shirt. It was just something I played with. It wasn't nothing. I'm like, so I got the shirt, Roger got it, got his homeboys to do the shirts for me. It took about a week or something. They sent me the shirts. I put the shirt on, took a picture on Instagram, and the first comment I got was, how much you want for the shirt? And I said, baby, we in business.
Just like that.
That was it. How much? I had to think about how much I want for the shirt. I didn't put it on the sale. I put it on to wear it. It looked nice. It said Big Homie.
Right.
And the picture I put on Instagram, I got a comment. The first comment is, how much you want for that shirt? And that was the beginning of K. Parker Apparel, Big Homie.
So basically, an idea you brought to fruition.
It was just an idea brought out the
What
blue.
made you because we're going to talk about the Big Homie thing real quick,
Right.
and then we're going to get into the K-pop apparel,
Right.
sum it up.
Right.
So what made you do, I know people call you Big Homie, but
Right.
what does that mean to you?
To me, man, you know, I broke it down in the elements of bosses and ghettos helping other members in elevation. You know what I'm saying? Because I really just looked at it and broke it down to that because that's what we do. That's what everybody I rock to do, you know? And it's not just pertaining into women. Into men. It's for women, everybody. Because everybody's a boss in their own way. You have mothers that's bosses to these kids, you know? And we all under the, we under the same umbrella. We gotta help. We gotta help each other.
Definitely.
You know, and that's why I always said when I did it, you know, people would take it and have mixed feelings with it. And that's why I had to tell them what it really was. Now you can take it for what you want to take it for, but when you see K. Parker Apparel, Big Homie, it's bosses and ghettos helping other members in elevation. You know, and that's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. But we appreciate that. And what else can we look forward to?
Oh man,
K-pop apparel.
Oh man, we got a lot of big plans coming out. Man, we got new sweatsuits. We even got glasses coming out. I got the fish eyes glasses under K. Parker Apparel. We you know, we really just focusing right now on building up the brand. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a good ride so far. You know, some bumps in the road. You know, we out the hood, so we gonna get bumps, you know, and that's just come to terms. But when I get them bumps make me stronger. And we keep it going. I didn't get a stimulus pack. I'm trying to get a stimulus pack. You know, they didn't look out for me. So, you know, I had to take the bumps and things was a little roughish and we still building. You know, we still working.
So how long you been officially? Since like 6 years?
Oh, man, from 2013.
Yeah, so good, a strong 7.
Yeah, you know, 2013, you know, and each year gets better, you know.
So y'all got the website or just the Instagram? How can people find
it? Oh yeah,
it?
y'all can catch me on K. Parker Apparel. My Instagram is K. Parker Apparel LLC. K. Parker Apparel LLC on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at K. Parker Apparel Big Homie. K. Parker Apparel Big Homie, that's on the Facebook. You can catch me on my web store. It's K. Parker Apparel. What's that? K. Parker Apparel. K. Parker Apparel online.com. K. Parker Apparel online.com. That's the store. You can catch all the new flavor, and you can stay abreast on the site to all the things that we got going on, those things that we got coming up in the near future. But right now, we strictly on this grind real hard with these clothes, and I want to thank everybody for supporting. And we here. We ain't going nowhere. They don't stop till the casket drop.
So with that, we appreciate you. But before we go, we like to give the people some fun and laughs. You know.
Yeah.
So as street educated as you are, very intelligent, businessman.
Thank you,
We want to do, how are you at spelling?
Pretty fair.
Pretty fair? All right. So do me a favor and spell Chihuahua.
All right, C-H-I-W-A-W-W-A. Chihuahua.
We get them all the time.
C-H-I. Chill. Wow, we're gonna break it down in syllables. Y'all remember how we learned in school? Ch. We're gonna ch. C-H. Ch. All right. Then we're gonna Y. So we gotta be C-H-I-W-A-Y-W-A. I thought I had it right.
If y'all know, drop it in the comments. Tag the big homie Fish. You know what I'm saying? Let him know what's going on. Help the bro out. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we do here, man. Moments with D.HOP featuring my man Big Fish, aka K Parker Apparel, big homie. Make sure y'all support, man. Black business, small business, all business. We have to support each other. If we don't support each other, who else is gonna support us?
Definitely.
I thank you, appreciate you.
My G, man. All the love, man. All the love.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna have a part 2, part 3, you know what I'm saying? We might fly down to where he at.
Definitely. I'm more than welcome anytime.
You know what I'm saying? But we definitely gonna see more of him. Definitely gonna see more of me. And with that, we say peace.
Peace and love, y'all.